Welcome students to class 10. So we are beginning the new academic year online, and I am Mr. A. Mukherjee, who will be taking the English literature portion of your syllabus. Now you have done last year a part of the syllabus. You had done a portion of The Merchant of Venice. You had done a few poems. You have done a few stories. So in class 10, when we begin with the syllabus, my dear students, we will obviously first try to complete the portion that is left, the remainder of the portion of the ICSE syllabus for the year 2022. So, we have to do the remainder portion of The Merchant of Venice. We will have to do the remaining poems and the remaining short stories first. And once we complete the syllabus, my dear students, we will be revising by the end of the year the entire English literature syllabus. Now, if I am not mistaken, you had done 5 poems, 5 short stories, and Act 1 of The Merchant of Venice. Now, I will not be touching Merchant of Venice at present, simply because many of you do not have the text as of now. You may not be having it, and it is necessary that you have the text. The Shakespearean text is a must when we do The Merchant of Venice, and it is difficult to post the scenes and the acts to you for reference. So my dear students, the first portion that we will start with will be the poems, and for your convenience in your class WhatsApp group, I will not only post the audio explanations of the poems, not only the PDF files containing the meanings and the figures of speech and references to mythologies and all, I will also try to give you a post or a link of the poem that we are doing, so that if you do not have the textbook, you may refer to what I have posted. Now, let me tell you a reminder. From the very next class, I will be starting the remainder of the syllabus, and as I have told you, I will be starting with the remaining poems. Therefore, you should be having this treasure trove with you, so that you can take down all that I post and talk in the videos. Just remember one thing. When I post the meanings and the explanations as PDF files in your class group WhatsApp, please make sure that you underline those words and write down the meanings and the explanations on your text, just as exactly you do when you sit in the classes when we have the physical classes. If you have the meanings and the explanations in front of you, only then will you be able to understand what I am going to talk about, either in the video or in the audio. Now, when you are going to attend the next class, as I told you, make sure you have the treasure trove with you, and we will be starting with the poems. And the poem that I will start with in the next class will be the 10th poem in your book, 9 Gold Medals. I want to start with something that is short, something that is easier before moving on to the more difficult poems. So the next class will be the class we will start with the syllabus proper, that is the poems. The first poem we are going to do will be 9 Gold Medals. So again I repeat, please have the book in front of you. The meanings, the explanations, the figures of speech, the message, the theme, the central idea of the poem, all will be posted in the PDF file along with the video and the audio explanation of the poem. But make sure whatever meanings and explanations are given to you through the PDF file, you take them down in your book. Like if I have written, he was gratified. If this word is there in the poem, gratified, in the PDF file, I will write the meaning, satisfied. So you underline the word gratified in your book and then write the meaning of that word, just as exactly you do in the class. If I say spectators, which we will come across in the poem that we will do, underline that word and write the people who had come to the stadium to watch the event. All these you should be writing down in your books, because when we physically start the classes, we will take it for granted that whatever we had done in the online classes, we will not be redoing them. We might take them up towards the end of the year, and there may not be the time to give you again all the meanings and the explanations, because we are giving it from the beginning of the year. So your duty and responsibility will be to take down all the meanings and explanations on your textbook. Please don't forget and ignore to do it. You will be taking a risk, because you will not be knowing anything about that chapter, the poem, the story, or the scene, or the act, if the meanings and the explanations are not taken down properly. Since this is the first class of the academic year, I have not straight away started with the syllabus. I am giving you instructions as to what I would do and what I expect from you to be done. And that is my instruction. Please follow all the meanings and explanations given in the PDF file in your class group to be taken down in your textbook. Only then will you be able to follow the poem or the story done line by line, word by word, either through the video or through the audios which will be posted. So you have to take up that responsibility, and as a student you should be doing it for your good. If not, you are going to suffer in the long run. When I will change and move on to stories or plays, I will inform you from before. First of all, we will do the poems. Whatever poems remain, we will complete them one by one. Then I will take up one or two stories. Then I will move on to the Merchant of Venice. I will take up Merchant of Venice only after I have done the poems and at least a couple of short stories. Therefore, my dear students, the text, the treasure trove which contains the stories and the poems, that is the book that you should have first. Another thing, as of now, don't keep any copy with you when you are attending or referring to the videos or audios. Everything can be taken down in the textbook only. I will tell you when you should be ready with the copy for the questions and answers, but that will not be now. It will be at a later stage. So, whenever the timetable comes out for the next class, whenever you see that you have English literature, please make sure you have the text, listen to the video, listen to the audio, take down the meanings and explanations from the PDF files and be ready. Remember, as and when the physical classes will start, we will continue with the syllabus, and once we finish the syllabus, we will be able to revert back to all these chapters which we have done online in class 9 and in the beginning of class 10, and we will be able to revise them. But to save time for that, what is necessary is you should do whatever is to be done by you as I have instructed today. So my dear students, from the next class, a reminder, I will be starting with your syllabus. I will be starting with the poems, and the first poem that I will start with will be poem number 10 in your book, 9 Gold Medals. So please be ready with it. Thank you.